All right, folks, can you believe it? Today has been one of the craziest days as far as anyone's stock. We're talking about GLSI today, up 2,000%. Ridiculous. That's absolutely nuts. I don't think I've ever seen any stock ever gain that much in percentage in any one day. And I'm curious to know, I tried to actually Google it earlier. I couldn't find it, but if you're out there and you're looking for it, I was trying to find the highest percentage gaining stock in any one day in history. Now, as far as I know, 2000 beats anything I've ever seen in my life. So that's pretty nuts. But let me know in the comments if you find out, I guess, what was the biggest percentage gainer of anyone's stock in history. And not dollar amount, but actual percentage gain. Yeah. So anyways, crazy. GLSI. I know Ross from Warrior Trading was up today, $93,000. Think about that. That's unreal. Some people don't even make, you know, 20, 30, 40, $50,000 a year. And here he is making $93,000 in one day. That is incredible. I think we're on to some kind of crazy generational wealth influx with just younger people in the stock market and everything like that. It seems like, especially with the internet, more ways to make money, and a lot of younger people, even people in their 40s and 50s, are benefiting from this and just making more income, including myself. And something like that, $93,000 in one day, that's just absurd. And for me today actually wasn't bad, but I could have done a whole lot better. I actually kind of botched the day. I was up and down, up and down, up and down. And I want to, I guess, take you through kind of some of my trades today, show you what was going on. Today I am up $528, which isn't bad. I just felt like I could have done a little bit better, but it was a difficult day. So I will throw that in there for any of you, that traded today. Let's go over the trades. Let's look over my chart real quick. Like I said, today I'm up $520. So I've been on this awesome green streak. I just want to keep this thing going. I know I'm going to hit that red day at some point, but hey, maybe we can make it. I can make it all the way towards the end of the month, or maybe even that'd be cool to go all green the entire month. That would be unreal for me. That'd be just record breaking for sure. What are we, 9 days in? Yeah. So we're not, halfway or whatever, but looking good so far. So up 528. And let's look at the intraday balance today. This is what I'm talking about, how I was up and down. I was just back and forth from making some, then losing a lot, then back up, then down, then back up, then down. These were all my trades here, and I traded a lot of XBIO. And I think as I started to trade it, and then I had this big loss here that took me down to negative 369. I was really frustrated, so I think I was getting just more aggressive with that stock, trying to win it back. And I was able to win some back, and then it dropped a little bit, and then I finally got to break even, and then started pushing above that, got into 190. And look at this. And once again, I just bombed it again and took the whole thing negative on the day. So it was very frustrating for me. And the two stocks I really traded today were XBIO and GLSI. I did cut it a little short today. Not too short. I think I hopped out at like 1 o'clock Central Time. So anyways, frustrating day, but I was able to get out of the day green, and I was able to get out towards kind of the highs. I think the highest I was up at any point was 575. And look at this. Once I got to that high of the day for me, I took it all the way back down to 116 bucks. And I took a real bad trade that had a big share size on, I believe it was on GLSI. Yeah, it was. And then with GLSI, I was able to work back up, and I just had to walk away. So we're green, we're good, and that was kind of the breakdown. Here is how we're looking for our running vlog right now. This is when I kind of started towards the beginning of, it was like right at the end of October. So this is all of November in my cash account. And what do you know? Hopped into my margin account and drastically making some big differences here. Bigger losses, much bigger losses, but much bigger gains. So that's great. And I just want to continue this. So, margin has been good for me so far. It's been learning to really manage that risk and that buying power, that you got to preserve that and treat it with utmost respect. Otherwise, you can really crash and burn. And I've already had a couple little instances of that, and luckily I've been able to recover and keep the risk tight. So let's look at the chart here. This was XBIO, and this was kind of tricky because, like, if you take a look at this, we had a good push up this morning, and then it just traded sideways, and then it just kind of faded. And right in here, I was just like, this thing is done. I'm kind of done with it. And what do you know? It turned back around, and then it has awesome push. So I did get a trade in here, and then luckily I hopped out right before this thing came crashing down. Look at this. I feel bad for anyone, you get caught up in this. I've been there before, and this is the problem kind of with holding the stocks and hoping they just, continue going higher. You can have these horrible turnarounds, and after that just traded sideways all day and just slowly faded off. So I was kind of done with that. And GLSI really came into the scene here. This was, let me show you this, GLSI. So this morning, pre-market, look here, this thing actually ripped. So I did see it, was kind of watching it at the same time. Look, it hit this high of $35 and then just faded all the way back down to 15. So when I saw that, I was just like, man, going up that much and then dropping that much, I feel like I probably shouldn't touch it. And once it was trading into the day, there were so many halts. Look at this thing. So many halts throughout it. Even when it was curling back up, I was still hesitant. I was like, with all those halts, I just hate getting stuck in one. And then, if you get stuck in a halt and it ends up going down, you're screwed. You got to try to hopefully pop out of it. And sometimes you could just make the biggest losers out of it. So I used to hop into stocks when they were, halting, either going up or down, and trying to really win big on those, but it's really risky. So I sat on my hands for a bit on this. But once it started, let's see, the first trade of the day on GLSI. Let's see. 1321. Yeah, right in here. Yeah, so I was starting to watch it once we look. Curl did its thing, hit this high, faded. And then once it's got up to here and kind of held that for a bit, I got a little bit more interested. So I did get some trades in here. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I was still watching it all throughout here, and then I saw this. Look at this. This fail, this big drop, it goes into a halt. And what do you know? It comes out of it even stronger. So this was very difficult to trade. Please let me know if you traded GLSI today. Are you green on the name today, or are you red? Love to know, because it was a tricky stock, and I got into it right in here, 1321. Yeah, so after this this halt here, I started trading into it. I just made a few trades, not a whole lot, but look at this thing. I mean, it halts, rips up so much, gets into another halt, rips up again all the way up to like 40, what, 46 or 45, and then it struggles and just goes up and down and up and down. And then I was looking for this break again. And what do you know? It turns around, drops hard, halts again. So I'm thinking, this thing is done. It's headed south. Pops, it opens back up and starts exploding again. So, I mean, I don't know how I feel about this in the sense that I did good kind of staying away from it because the halts were very tricky. You didn't know if they were going down hard or going back up hard, and it was just so hard to read. And I was really scared of it, to be honest, because it was a high price stock, so you had to be conscious of your share size, because if you got into something, you know, you can make a huge position, and I thought it was, you know, pretty difficult. So I felt like I walked away from a lot of money on this, and I guess I did, but at the same time I managed some risks. So look at this thing, man, all the way up to what was the high? Like 158, 2000%. I've never seen it before. And then look at this. For anyone that was, if you got in here, good luck selling. I mean, you get trapped in this halt, and then when it opens back up, look at the difference from 130 to 101, you know, $30 off in a split second when that thing opens. I mean, that's the danger in this. You could have lost a ton of money today. I'm sure a lot of people did. So I lucked out. I walked away when I was green. So I'd love to know from you guys if you were green on this and if you traded it, if it was troublesome for you and you were all over the place too. It was a hard one to watch, just continuously go up and trying to get in at the right moments. It's very difficult to get in and get out at the right time. So hope it worked out for you. That's really all I got today. Incredible day as far as just the market. Record breaking as far as I know, 2000%. Please let me know if you find something else in the span of previous history of a stock that's gone up more than 2000% in one day. Specifically, you know, more of these, I guess this isn't a penny stock, but something priced in this range. Be interesting to hear. So hope you guys are doing good. Take care. It's Wednesday here. 2 more days left out of the week, and man, do I want to finish both days green. So I'm gonna try my best, and hopefully we can have some big gainers. And I did, I changed my goal. So for this month specifically, I do have year end here, but I'm gonna try to shoot for $13,000 this month in December. I know it's kind of, for me, a huge, you know, it's a massive goal, but the way things have been going, I feel like it might be maybe obtainable. So I'm gonna shoot for a high goal and just do everything I can to get as close as I can to it. And it originally was $7,000, but I figure, screw it, let's really bump this up and shoot for the stars here. So that's what I got. Up 4,000 on the month, best I've ever done, and mainly due to the margin account. Granted, because I'm taking much bigger share size positions, and it's great, but I know it could work against me, so I got to be conscious of that and be disciplined. So that's it, guys. Hope you guys are enjoying these videos. Please make sure to subscribe and like and follow along with my journey here, and we will see you on the next one.